Hi, my name is Jan Rognerud. I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Optimizing Your Website with Entrepreneur Press and McGraw-Hill, out in the bookstores now. I am excited that you're here.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Jan coming at you here, kind of dark. I hope you can see me a little bit. This is actually not about me today. I'm going to share some really exciting stats and some prognoses, if that's the word. And it is because we are going forward in time here. We're going to think a little bit about what happens here over Black Friday, that weekend, Cyber Monday. But we're going to talk about Black Friday today. In fact, let's switch the screen here. But before I do, hey, welcome once again. I really appreciate all your feedback, comments, shares, reviews, and for you folks watching, hey, let's dig in here in a second. If you're not watching, you're listening on the Media and Marketing podcast. I will take you through it, so don't worry. And hey, if you have any questions on any and all of this, you may know this, but for some of you all new listeners, thank you. Hey, head on over to ChaosMap, ChaosMap.com. That is the ultimate pitch for the day here. We're a agency, advertising agency, focusing on traffic, leads, and sales from paid media as well as organic media. We've been doing this for a long time, and happy to jump on a quick call and see if we can help you along. That's step one, right? Step two is, hey, if there's a way we can work together, there may be an opportunity there as well. But hey, let's dig in here. So the title today is really the countdown to 2019 Black Friday. And as you can see on the screen here, for some of y'all, there's progress in terms of revenues and sales made, in total, like basically the online sales, right? So we're looking at 2013 to 2018 right here from salescycle.com. Thank you. 2013, 1.93 billion. No slouchy numbers there. And then the growth, 2014 jumped to 2.4 billion, right? 2015, not as much, 2.74. And I digress here. As much, we're talking billions, guys. What is that? Too many zeros to count on that one. But here we go. 2016 jumped high from 2.74 to 3.34 billion. And then, of course, a big old jump from 16 to 17, 503 billion. And, yes, these are some amazing stats and growth curves here, up to 6.2 billion in 2018. But what we're also seeing is a shift to obviously the levels of comfort of buying online. I remember back in the days where, hey, I don't want to even give my credit card out online, right? It's just not going to happen. Well, this is in our day and age sort of just a default norm now, not just through a browser in a desktop sort of version, just right smack on your phone. So, I mean, the use and ability and access for folks to take transactions as well as submit transactions is just almost too easy, right? So all of this, the trend lines here, in terms of those numbers, the technology advancements, the levels of security and information that's available around this to make, a much higher comfort level, including products and services that have been made online, made available online in such an easy way, just helps all of this. And again, this is just me looking at this business and these trends from just a very top level view. But clearly, I think you all would agree, all of these things help the trends and the growth happening online. So what I'm saying here is, if we're seeing these trends now, we're going to probably see a 7 plus for, well, not just Black Friday here, but the entire Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And I'm talking US here. I should have prefaced this. Clearly, we have a global phenomenon going on here. And if you are out in the good old Google, universe, you can certainly look this up in the US, Australia, UK, Canada. These numbers are massive. In fact, last year, if you're in the Shopify world, which we are, you'll see a live countdown or a live reflection of all the transactions happening through the Shopify system, which is really also what I wanted to talk about here a little bit. Because if you are, in this e-commerce space, well, congrats. You, whether you're young or old in this space, you are in the space. There's a lot of challenges. Understatement of the year, of the decade on this. Many moving parts here to make this happen. But one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about and to share here today that can really help you is to consider, because we deal a lot with Facebook ads, right? Google Shopping, YouTube, Google Search, GDN, Google Display Network. Yes, you have so many traffic sources as an ability to connect with your audience in 2019 that it's in some ways almost too much. Like, what should you focus on? Well, if you've been in this business for a while, you know that your history or historical data is going to give you a tremendous advantage. And that's not just for looking at metrics and what you have done in the past, but also using assets that you've built up over time. Email lists is a huge asset that is just waiting for you to get to be utilized out in the space in terms of just for Facebook custom audiences, right? Creating lookalike audiences and segmentation within that, but just emails themselves. Email is not dead by any means, right? So we have, Klaviyo, very powerful system for email marketing and integration with Shopify and Facebook. You can easily create custom audiences from an integrated solutions that they have available for Facebook, right? So each time an email comes in, you're actually continually building those audiences that feed the ad system, that feed the sales for your business. But what I wanted to talk about is, while we get a lot of requests for how do I optimize my ads? How can I get better traffic? How can I, really make Facebook and Google primarily really rock in terms of, I want to improve my, click-through rate. I want to make sure that all those clicks are being efficiently used and that I'm not paying an arm and a leg for those clicks at the front end. Well, that is always an ongoing exercise and should not be underestimated. But where we see, and me personally here talking to you today, see that there's an issue or a challenge, or rather probably an opportunity is a better word, is to leverage offers. So if you have issues with Facebook and you have issues with ROAS, which is of course return on ad spend, for an example, well, that's a big metric to follow for sure. ROI and customer lifetime value, even more so over time, right? Because you're not just in this business for a weekend. This is an ongoing exercise for you. Well, then you should consider offers. What is it that you're offering to your customers at that moment in time that they're ready to buy? So it's not so much about, did I check the right box in the Facebook ad system inside the ads manager, as it is, having incredible creatives. And again, I'm sort of air quoting here. What does incredible mean? What does amazing creatives mean? Well, how long is a piece of string, right? It's all relative, and it's relative because each business is different. Your business is different than ours, than Bob's, than Susan's, et cetera, right? That also means that you have different structures for how you create your marketing and your sales process, and that includes products and services. But there is one common denominator through all of these, and that is offers. What is your amazing offer? What is it that those creatives are doing for you that attracts an audience that you are speaking to directly? Because yes, you want to match that message to the market, right? You've heard about this a lot. But that's only part of the equation here. What is it that you are offering in terms of getting them to take action? So a great creative draws them in, creates attention, interest, maybe desire, but you're not getting them to act on it, right? And yes, we talk often about conversion rate optimization in this context, and there's technical aspects that go into this. For instance, we might look at a page and realize the reason why you're not getting the traction you're looking for is, somebody in development or somewhere had added some additional, plugins or some software or some scripts that are running behind the scenes, or maybe some huge images, etc., that are downgrading your page speed, because page speed is big time an effect, either positively or negatively for you. But let's just get back to these offers for a second. Learning to create offers that speak to your audience and that still stays within KPIs, not just from a ROAS perspective, but over time for your customer lifetime value, is going to be very important. And one of the things that you can do right off the bat is to leverage tools, as well as, of course, a strategic meeting with your team to talk about what is it that we can offer that's unique, that's different. And it's not just simply, yes, we want to offer strong discounts, and, there's going to be special deals and access points. And, there's many of those things that we can do right now, but we want to also not just be price comparing, right? It's part of your entire business, but let's get back to it here. One of the things that you can do within the Shopify environment is to use tools. So once you've kind of strategically mapped out some of the offers, how do you actually create them? Well, one of the tools that we like to use is Bold Commerce. So Bold Commerce allows you to plan out your promotions and decide what offers and discounts to run. It really helps to build your email list, and it creates compelling reasons to give for folks to give them your email, which of course will be a very valuable asset, both from a direct emailing concept to building those audiences, as I mentioned. And it's not just for Facebook, those audiences. All these scripts can tie into Snapchat, to Twitter, to LinkedIn, to Google, of course, as well, in terms of remarketing. But again, if you are using Shopify and you want to embrace this, don't just think, how do I optimize my metrics on the Facebook side? Let's use that, for example, but create these unique offers and make them stand out. So store-wide sales, flash deals, etc. You want to take a look at that. What unique discounts can you provide, right? And by the way, you can do this really, in 5-10 minutes to create these with Bold Commerce. And this is Friday footage, so I wanted to show you a little more detail about Bold Commerce, but I think I'm just going to link to it here for the sake of simplicity today. You also want to think about how you can create motivations, like motivators, right? Offer free rewards when customers reach a spending goal. That's an extremely powerful motivator, right? So if they've spent, $50, $60, $70, $80, but they can clearly see, hey, if I spend $8 or $100, I will get an additional reward. You get more in the kitty, they get more in terms of services and products from you, and you create a better AOV, which is the average order value, which is ultimately a very powerful way for you to create more ROI in the back end. And as I mentioned, getting emails, early access, special deals, etc. Sign up now. Four fun ways to build your email list fast. All of these things are provided and shared within the Bold Commerce environment. There might be a way that you can capture an email and offer different discounts to specific groups of customers, right? So within Klaviyo, which I referred to here in a previous podcast, you can segment this and set up a VIP list, right? You can easily create emails that really look to, deploy or distribute or broadcast bundles, special bundling concepts that you put out there. Obviously with some of these email systems, and in specific Klaviyo, which were really a favorite here, to send out emails based on abandoned carts, welcome series, etc. Very powerful for creating engagement and sales as well. So I just wanted to kind of give you this some insights and thoughts. All right, well, let's see what we got here. And thank you again for today.
Hi, my name is Jan Ragnerud. I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Optimizing Your Website with Entrepreneur Press and McGraw-Hill, out in the bookstores now. I am excited that you're here.